Hi, welcome to the QATV Gallery. We have some wonderful exhibits for you to see today. Here's some headphones for our guided audio tour. We hope you enjoy your visit.
You are now entering the Government Access exhibit. QATV strives to bring local government into the homes of Quincy residents. Updates and information on services provided by city departments provide residents with needed day-to-day information. Interviews with city, county, state, and federally elected officials inform residents about issues from their neighborhood to Capitol Hill. Candidate and ballot question information informs voters before going to the ballot box, while live election night coverage provides results.
My new role is to educate the schools, the seniors, the public on fire safety and what we do at the fire department. So we'll start off. The main thing we do is fight fires. So you call 911 anytime you have a concern about any potential fire at your house, an electrical concern, any problem if you smell smoke, anything like that. You call us. We just recently ran a program and went to a lot of the houses of seniors, and one of the things, some of the feedback that we got from them was they didn't want to bother us. And that's very nice, but it's not a bother. You call 911 whenever you think you need to.
We are going to present you with a trophy, which will be on screen. You might be able to see it
cool.
on your monitor.
Trophy? Let's see it.
Let's see. It will pop there, I believe, in a second. But basically,
there it is. All right.
Is it there? Okay.
I see it on the
there it is.
well,
all right.
So.
And the reason it's there is because you're going to tell me about the American Correctional Association recognition.
Absolutely. So we, one of the first things that I did when I became sheriff is I talked about, well, leading up to me getting elected sheriff, I talked about doing stem to stern reviews of our programs, our facilities, our staffing, what was going on. And you can do those internal audits with the state auditor and the Department of Corrections, a few things. But to me, the standard bearer of excellence is when you bring in a third-party auditor that really has no affiliation with me politically, professionally. They're just looking out for what is best in the corrections industry. And so the standard bearer for it is the American Correction Association. And it's a national association that does accreditate facilities throughout the country.
The Registry of Deeds here in Norfolk, it's situated in Dedham at 649 High Street, and Norfolk County was established in 1793, and we have 28 communities that make up Norfolk County currently. But a lot of the issues we talk about extend beyond the county borders. There's registries of deeds throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. There's actually 21 registry of deeds. So some of the information we talk about, whether you live within the county or outside the county, can be relevant because we're under the same law, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, when it comes to land records and recording of those land records.
Today, our focus is going to be on community partnerships. So organizations that the Registry of Deeds partners with through the year. Guidelines have been lessened, or have been altered, I should say.
Yes. I think everybody's taking a sigh of relief, getting back to normal a little bit. We certainly see it with traffic nowadays.
Absolutely. I was on Route 3 for longer than I had expected to be on Route 3 this morning coming to work. So people are out and about more.
Yeah, you see it going into Boston.
Absolutely. So let's talk about COVID-19 and the update. Governor Baker has reduced some of the restrictions as of late.
That's right. You know, the governor now, as you're aware, Mark, is loosening up on a lot of the restrictions, some of the deadlines that were put in place.
Now, is the golf course close by?
Yeah, the golf course abuts that area, or the the parcel. So it's
right.
Where Ardell and Harriet Ave meet, and it's I want to say it's the 10th hole. So it's basically the green of the 10th hole and the tee box of the 11th hole at President's Golf Course there.
How much of a challenge is it when we're talking development? Because the city of Quincy certainly is an attractive place for folks to want to develop.
As part of your upcoming talk, what do you hope to share with our patrons and viewers during the discussion? Can you give us a little bit of a preview as to what to expect?
Sure. I want my viewers to know that my book is a conversation starter about how awkward it is to grow up. Like, growing up can be very confusing. And I want them to know that having a Malawian life, like an upbringing that takes place in Malawi, can shed light onto other people's coming of age stories, and they can think about their lives and how they turned out as well.
Madam Clerk, just before we begin, I know that Councilor Harris was here when we were doing the roll call. I believe there was just a tech issue, so if we could just note that for the record. Okay, so with that, first item on the agenda, please.
2021-079, an ordinance amending Chapter 375 of the zoning, Section 8.3, Quincy Center District, use of public space in the Quincy Center District.
Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and go to Councilor Palmergy.
Thank you. Sorry, Madam Clerk, I couldn't get to the mute button before you finished there.
Joe, let me turn it over to you. Numbers are ready, and then we'll introduce our guest.
Yes, quite appropriately, we'll start with the numbers in Ward 1. As we do have the incumbent Ward 1 councillor coming up next with Dave McCarthy, but first we'll show you, and this is with unofficial results, 4 of 5 precincts coming in now, and the incumbent Dave McCarthy at 1,245 votes, and challenger Joe Murphy at 800 votes. And again, that is unofficial, but 4 of 5 precincts reporting. As you enter the public access exhibit, you'll notice a diverse selection of event coverage from the community. A city of over 100,000 residents, Quincy has a wide array of happenings. Cultural, civil, religious, sporting, and veteran events are part of the fabric of Quincy, and QATV brings these events into the lives of residents. Providing news to residents, daily and weekly programming is another critical offering from QATV to keep residents informed and up to date.
Right, 4th and 13 for North Quincy. Hanson, quick pass over the sideline to Matt Craig, and it is incomplete. Right over there was Clayton Corley to hit Craig as he was trying to catch the ball, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, Craig is a guy who's a banger, and he was getting ready. If you watch this replay, you're going to see Matt Craig is getting ready to whack this wide out and didn't quite bring the ball in. So that's again terrific coverage. That's at number 22 for North Quincy, rather for Quincy High, Eric Lamano. And if I'm correct, and I believe we were earlier, he was the long snapper, but Eric is having himself a solid game nonetheless. He was out there alone with Matt Craig as a junior linebacker and did a terrific job on coverage there.
In March of 2018, I received my acceptance letter to Simmons University saying that I got into the Family Nurse Practitioner program, Masters of Science in Nursing. I am currently finishing up my clinicals this summer and will graduate in August. I hope to become a telemed primary care provider by October of this year. My future dreams include pursuing a psychiatric nurse practitioner certificate and my Doctor of Nursing practice. I also last year joined the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, and I have spoken on a number of occasions to different colleges and universities sharing my story. And I want to credit Maria Dross Counseling Services with giving me the confidence and helping me in my healing journey in order to pursue that and hopefully help other people.
Thank you, Brittany. You've heard her story. It's an incredibly powerful one. And I just want to say, not every healthcare provider pays for mental health services. So that sliding scale is incredibly important to give people like Brittany the ability to pay out of her own pocket for services for her mental health and therapy. I think that's amazing. So right now we're going to need you to pick up your phones.
Yep.
We are here tonight for all of the people struggling with personal difficulties.
And remember, no donation is too small. You saw Brittany's story, and there's other people suffering the same problem. We need your help.
This wave of racism, discrimination, and outright violence towards the Asian community in America is a horrifying reminder of the perpetual narrative of Asian as foreigners. As an immigrant and Asian American myself, we know we are not outsiders. We love this country. This is our home by choice. These horrific incidents seeking to break us, seeking to divide us. We will not break and we will not stand down. We are strong, and together we are stronger.
I'm Reverend Heidi Johnston. I serve as pastor of Faith Lutheran Church here in Quincy, and I'm co-chair of Quincy Interfaith Network, or QUIN. On behalf of QUIN and a diverse cohort of religious and civic representatives, I'm honored to welcome you to this interfaith service of grief and hope, a one-year COVID-19 memorial service. Meditative music will usher us into this time, allowing us to center our hearts and our minds, drawing from our own traditions as we are drawn together in community.
The military is inclusive and promotes community, a community that is lifelong. You can see that in all of the amazing service men and women that are standing here today. Folks from the World War II, from Korea, from Afghanistan, from Iraq, and all between. Those American Legion representatives, the Veteran of Foreign War representatives, people from Team RWB and from Team Rubicon. Today there are less than 10% of the American population who are or who have served this country. Thank you for honoring the service members. I challenge everyone here to reach out to a veteran. Ask them how they are doing and thank them for their service. Years ago, I asked a fellow service member why they would go up to every Vietnam veteran, and say, "Welcome home." His reply was because they were not welcome home upon their return. So he makes it a point to go up to each Vietnam veteran, shake their hand, and say, "Welcome home." Welcome home to all those who have served and who have sacrificed. I challenge you to do the same.
While everyone shall sit in safety under his own vine and fig tree, and there shall be none to make him afraid.
Children were treated to some songs, traditional chocolates, and several games of Spin the Dreidel. Coming up, Paula Fleming of the Better Business Bureau helps us avoid being scammed this holiday season. That's next. Back. It is the holiday season, of course. It is also the season to watch out for your money. And the folks at the Better Business Bureau are well qualified to help us do that. We're so really pleased to welcome back, after several years, Paula Fleming, local spokesperson for the Better Business Bureau, to the show here live. Paula, great to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. Thank you for having me.
Thanks you for coming.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
It's great to be in a studio after probably a year that I've been actually physically in a studio.
Really?
So yeah, it's exciting. Unfortunately, we have to talk about scams and during the holiday season, but it's a pleasure to be here.
An important part of the QA-TV gallery is contributions made by the residents of Quincy. As you enter the members exhibit, QATV pays tribute to these individuals and community groups who are dedicated to their cause, take time to produce programming from their perspective, and are the heart and soul of public access television.
We have also Jesus walking underwater. So here we see Jesus walking underwater. And to get in the mode of walking on the water, I went myself to the beach, and also I did walk underwater at the beach. Can you believe that's me walking underwater? So there, get out of the boat, walk underwater. And we celebrate 3 great saints in the month, around the beginning of the month of August. The first one we had was St. Lawrence. And St. Lawrence was a wonderful deacon, and he was martyred for the faith. He was a great saint, and he was burned alive. Can you believe that, little ones? So we have to trust the Lord so much and go give our life for the faith to go, no matter what, because people like St. Lawrence trust God so much that they know no matter what happened, that it will be good. The answer will be good. And so St. Lawrence was martyred, he was burned for the faith.
Stop Asian Hate rally. This is what this is all about. So stay tuned and you're going to hear personal, tragic stories.
I went to Emerson College right back there, which was my first experience living in Boston outside of Melrose. And I joined Emerson's first comedic arts program. I was one of maybe 3 or 4 minorities in the entire group. And I remember one moment where I was writing a script, and I wrote a joke in that said something along the lines of, the worst part about being Asian in Boston is all of the surprise Mark Wahlberg attacks. And the teacher just stopped me in my place and said, if you put that joke in a script, no studio will ever touch you. They want to protect Mark Wahlberg because he's the moneymaker, and if you're degrading that stardom, you're not going to get hired.
As you will see in the youth exhibit, learning television production skills through summer clinics offered in conjunction with the Quincy Recreation Department, or internships through the Quincy Public Schools television program, allow youth and students an opportunity to learn, have fun, and create.
Parents and students across Quincy Public Schools hand-folded 1,000 paper cranes and strung them up at the entrance of Quincy High. Nathan Unsworth was there to document the day's events and capture the beauty of it all. Let's see what he has in store for us.
Well, happy Saturday, Quincy. It is a gorgeous, beautiful day, and we are all here for a wonderful reason. We are here to celebrate one another, and especially to celebrate our hard-working Quincy Public Schools students.
Welcome back to the Quincy Quiz, the world's only game show. Today, I'm here with our 2 lovely contestants, Erin and Jenna. All right, Erin, you mind telling me a bit about yourself?
Well, I'm Erin. I love to go and review food. That's my #1 passion. And yeah, I'm very excited to be on this game show.
All right, how about you, Jenna?
I'm Jenna.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Erin, since you won the pre-show rock, paper, scissors game, you are going to receive the first question. I'm very happy for you. So let's see what this one is. Let's see what's got in store for you. British mountaineer George Mallory gave what reason for climbing Mount Everest? Is it A, because it's tall, B, because it's difficult, C, because it's fun, or D, because it's there?
I'm gonna go with D.
All right, let's see. Is it D, because it's there? It is. Good job. You've earned yourself 1 point.
Before you exit the QATV gallery, please note QATV's efforts to support and sponsor community events and happenings. One example is QATV's longtime sponsorship and organizing of the Quincy Christmas Festival Poster Contest, an opportunity for elementary students to showcase their work and be part of Quincy's annual holiday festivities. Thank you for visiting the QATV Gallery. Exhibits are updated every week, so please visit again soon.